let us do these exercises, which seems really simple, because we just need to check whether these are quadratic equations or not. So what are we looking for here is that the highest power of x must be equal to 2, right? So let's look at this one. This is quite obvious that it is a quadratic. Let's solve it and show it to you. Let us bring all the terms on one side, so it will be clear to you. So let's solve the left hand side. It will be a square plus b square plus 2ab equal to 2x minus 6. So if I bring these terms on this side, 2x will get cancelled anyway, 6 will become x square minus 6 will come here as plus 6. So plus 7 equal to 0, right? So yes, this is a quadratic equation. Yes, it is a quadratic equation. Why is it a quadratic equation? Because the highest power of x is 2. Now, it is a different thing. Some of the students who can understand it can also appreciate that when I say x square plus 7 equal to 0, this equation will never have real solutions, right? Why? Because x square will become minus 7, and square of a quantity cannot be negative, right? Square of something cannot be negative. It can be a non-negative quantity. Minimum it can be 0, otherwise it will be positive. So it is a different thing. We are not talking about the roots or solutions at this stage. We just had to look whether it was a quadratic equation or not. So it is a quadratic equation, right? So let's look at the next one here. Next one says x square minus 2x, and if I solve these two, it will give me minus 6 plus 2x, right? Now bring all the terms to the left hand side. This 2x will become minus 2x, so minus 2x will become minus 4x, plus 6 equal to 0. So yes, it is also a quadratic equation, okay, because the highest power of x is 2 here, okay. All right, now let's look at this one. Now prima facie, or when you look at it with untrained eyes, it might look like a quadratic equation because it has 2 brackets on each side, right? But when we solve these brackets, let's look whether it's a quadratic or not. When you multiply these two, it will give you x square minus 2x plus x minus 2, right? X multiplied by x gives me x square, then multiplied by minus 2 will give me minus 2x. This 1 multiplied by x will give me plus x, 1 multiplied by this minus 2 will give me minus 2. Similarly, on the right hand side, x square minus x plus 3x minus 3, right? Now you can see that x square gets cancelled here, right? The square term gets cancelled in this question. Now we have got minus x minus 2 on the left hand side plus 2x minus 3 on the right hand side. So it will be 3x. When I take this minus x here, it will give me 3x. So when I take minus 2 here, it will give me minus 1. So this is a linear equation and not a quadratic, right? So this is how we see whether an equation is a quadratic equation or not. In this one, if you can see now that this multiplication will produce 2x square, right? So there is no other way that an x square can be produced from left hand side. So on left hand side there will be 2x square. On right hand side, x square will be produced by this multiplication. So on right hand side there will be only 1x squared. So effectively in this equation we will have 1x square term, right? So the maximum power of x will be 2, hence this is a quadratic equation. I will show you. When I multiply 2x with x, it will give me 2x square minus 6x plus x minus 3 equals x square plus 5x. Now if I bring this x square on left hand side, it will give me 2x square minus x square equal to x square minus 6x minus 5x will give me minus 11x. When I take this 5x on left hand side, it will become minus 5x, right, minus 11x, and this x is also left there, so plus x minus 3 equal to 0. So it will be x square minus 10x minus 3 equal to 0, which anyways is a quadratic. Why? Because the highest power here is 2. Okay. Similarly, I will leave this one for your practice, or prima facie you can see that x square will get created by this multiplication on left hand side, which will give me 2x square. On right hand side, I will have only 1x square. So you can imagine what kind of equation will be this, and do it as your practice. Do it yourself. Okay. Now let's look at this one. This is nothing but x square plus 3x plus 1. On right hand side, you just square it, x square plus 4 minus 4x. X square gets cancelled here. So we are not left with any x square term, so not a quadratic, right? Now let's look at this one. We have got x plus 2 cubed. So let's solve the cube part first. X cube plus 2 cubed is 8 plus 3 into x into 2, x plus 2. This is my left hand side. On right hand side, when I multiply this 2x, it will give me 2x cubed minus 2x, right. So my left hand side is x cube plus 8 plus, although I don't have to solve it further, because when I solve this equation, I will be left with 1 x cube. When I subtract this x cube from this one, I will be left with an x cube term, right. So the highest power of x is 3 in this, right. So this is a cubic equation and not a quadratic equation. I can say it here also, but for the sake of solving it completely, let's solve it. It is 6x squared, 6x into 2, 12x equal to 2x cube minus 2x. When I bring all the terms on right hand side, 2x cube minus x cube will give me x cubed, right. This 6x square will become minus 6x square. This 12x will become minus 12x. So minus 12x with minus 2x will give me minus 14x, and this 8 will become minus 8 equal to 0. I hope we haven't left any term. X cube adjusted here, 6x square minus 6x square minus 14x minus 8 equal to 0. Yes, this looks fine. So it is a cubic equation, as I said earlier. This is not a quadratic. So not a quadratic. And when you look at this part, don't get confused that there is a cubic term, right, until and unless you solve both the sides. Okay. Let's look at this. X cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 equal to a cube plus b cube, or you can say minus b cube like this, right, plus 3ab, or you can write it like this, into a minus b equal, this is the solution of right hand side. So when I solve it, x cube minus 8, this is minus 6x minus 6x, x minus 2. So when I solve it further, it will give me minus 8 minus 6x square plus 12x, right. On left hand side, I have got plus 1. So now you see cubic term gets cancelled here, and let us see whether we are left with any square term. When I take this 4x square here on right hand side, it will give me minus 2x square. When I take this here, it will give me 13x, and when I take minus 1 here, it will give me minus 9 equal to 0. So yes, this is a quadratic equation. X square can have any coefficient. It can have positive coefficient or a negative coefficient. It cannot have 0 as its coefficient, right? So this is a quadratic.
Now, subscribe to Bright Tutee course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Tutee app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Tutee courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Tutee follows 3-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tutee and avail your courses at affordable prices.
Okay, let us see what this question asks us. Represent the following situations in form of quadratic equations, right? We just need to represent this situation in form of a quadratic equation. This is what the question is asking. So, area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square. Let's make a rectangular plot. Let us say this is my rectangular plot. Length of the plot in meters is 1 more than twice its breadth. Let us say the breadth is x. Okay. So, what is the length according to the question? 1 more than twice its breadth. What is twice its breadth? 2x, and 1 more than, right? So, the length is 2x plus 1. We need to find length and breadth of the plot and we need to represent this as a form of a quadratic equation only. So, what is area of a rectangle? It is length into breadth. So, area given is 528 and what is my length here? It is 2x plus 1 and what is the breadth? It is x. So, when I solve it, it will give me 2x square plus x 528, right, length into breadth. It will give me 2x square plus x. So, now 2x square plus x minus 528 equal to 0. This is the answer of this question, right? This is the final answer because he is just asking us to represent this situation in form of a quadratic. So, let us look at this one. Product of two consecutive positive integers, right? What are positive integers? Positive integers start after 0. These are positive integers, right? What are non-negative integers? Which involve 0 also, right? So, we are looking for positive integers only. So, where do they start from? They start from 1, 2 and so on. Positive integers are also known as natural numbers. Okay. So, there are two consecutive positive integers, let us say x and x plus 1. Their product is 306. So, what is given is x into x plus 1 is given as 306, right. So, x square plus x equal to 306. So, x square plus x minus 306 equal to 0 is our answer to the question where he says that represent this situation in form of a quadratic equation, right. We have represented it as a quadratic equation. Now, let us look at this one. Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages is 3 years from now will be 360, right. We want to calculate Rohan's present age. Let us say Rohan's present age is x years, right. So, Rohan's mother's age is, Rohan's mother's present age will be x plus 26 because she is 26 years older than him, and the product of their age is 3 years from now. What will be Rohan's age 3 years from now? It will be x plus 3. He will be bigger by 3 years. And what will be mother's age? X plus 29 after 3 years. Now the product is 360. X plus 3 into x plus 29 is equal to 360. Okay, and we need to find Rohan's present age. So now the representation will be, when we multiply these two brackets, x square plus 3x plus 29x plus 29 into 3 is 87 equal to 360. So it will give me x square plus 32x, 87 minus 360 equal to 0. So you can calculate 360 minus 87 here, and then this is the representation of this problem in quadratic equation form, right? Now this one, a train travels a distance of 480 kilometers. There is a distance of 480 kilometers. If the speed had been 8 kilometers less, 8 kilometers per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. We need to find the speed of the train. Now we need to represent this problem in quadratic equation form, right? So let us say the speed of the train was x kilometer per hour, original speed, right? So what was the original time that it would take? Distance upon speed, right? This was the original time, right? Now if the speed had been 8 kilometers per hour less, what was the time taken? Time when speed is 8 kmph lesser. So the speed will be x minus 8. So the time taken will be 480 by x minus 8. Now the question says that it is taking 3 hours more to complete the same distance. So this time is 3 hours more than this one. So if I subtract 480 by x, it will give me 3, right? Because this was 3 hours more than this one, right, as per the question. So now if I solve this, it will be the quadratic representation. So let's do it. 480x minus 480 into x minus 8. Then we can take the LCM on right hand side, which will give me 3 into x minus 8. So when I solve it, 480x minus 480x plus 480 into 8, what is it? 0. 64, 4, 6, 32 plus 6 is 38, which will be equal to 3x square minus 24, right? This 480x gets cancelled. So 3x square minus 24x minus 3840 will be equal to 0. So this is the representation we are looking for. We can solve it, we can simplify it further, because this is also divisible by 3, this term is divisible by 3, and this is 3 itself. So we can write it as x square minus 8x minus So this is my required representation in quadratic form. For this question, this is your answer, right? So in next exercises, we will talk about solutions of quadratic equation in great details. Then we will talk about nature of roots depending on the values of discriminant, whether discriminant is greater than 0, equal to 0 or lesser than 0, right? So for this exercise, thank you.
Now, subscribe to Bright Tutee course at Rs 1 per day only. Download Bright Tutee app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Tutee courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Tutee follows 3-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tutee and avail your courses at affordable prices.